SR93 Boxing back with a quick video. This is my post-fight thought to Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas. Please do subscribe to my channel for more boxing content, and also please do check out my prediction video for the Jessie Vargas Manny Pacquiao fight. I said Manny Pacquiao would win the fight in a unanimous decision. I did think Jessie Vargas will have his moments, and I did think Manny Pacquiao will score a knockdown. I didn't think it would be a competitive fight. And I do think he'll be. I did think he'll be a lot more ready for this. He'll try it and put on a performance. And I don't want to be smug about it or anything, but yeah, I was right. Manny Pacquiao did put out a shout-out performance. He pretty much won every single round almost. I feel like he won every single round. But I need to look at it again but actually I don't need to look at it again. Even if he lost a few rounds, doesn't matter. Manny Pacquiao put on a shout-out performance against Jessie Vargas. I said he's gonna score a knockdown. He did score a knockdown, I believe, in the second round. Yeah, and I told you, man. I told you he'd be his footwork, Manny Pacquiao's footwork would be the key, and it was the key. He threw more straight punches. He threw more sharp punches, very sharp ones, the ones that Jessie Vargas doesn't see it coming. He's not ready for. And I told you, Jessie Vargas will have problems to counter, and he did counter, a few times here and there. Jessie Vargas, he always tried throughout the whole fight. He didn't give up mentally. You can see him in the fight. He had his moments. I mentioned that he would have his moments. Also said that it might be a bit more competitive. He could hurt Pacquiao, but that didn't end up happening. I'm not surprised, but I'm impressed with Pacquiao. His boxing skills were really good, really, really sharp. Yeah, Jessie Vargas, as I mentioned, will have problems with his punches because he tends to round his punches, load up on punches. They're bit more teleported, like they're sort of telegraphed. What am I saying teleported for? That's some bullshit. What I'm talking about. Yeah, they're more telegraphed. It's easy to see the punches coming, especially for someone like Manny Pacquiao, who has great reflexes, who's a naturally great counter puncher, really fast hands, fast feet, good head movement. So yeah, Manny Pacquiao did his thing, man. His counters were so sharp. His counters were really sharp. His footwork was beautiful. He has one of the best footworks in boxing, and he's so awkward. I think Jessie Vargas realized what he's in for. Guy's fast as shit. Guy's so fast, man. He played a game of chess. He did the right thing, right? He played a game of chess. He outboxed the fuck out of him. I mean, it was a beautiful performance for Manny Pacquiao, I thought. It was a really beautiful performance. Manny Pacquiao showed why he's still an elite fighter. A lot of people look down on him because, he lost against Floyd. He gave Floyd no credit. That Crystal Met shit, that shoulder injury bullshit. Which I agree with. He's suddenly become one of the biggest jokes in boxing now. Unfortunately. But at the same time, when he's in the ring, Manny Pacquiao is a one of a kind. Travis Scott, was saying, no one fights like Manny Pacquiao, and that's true. How many fighters have you seen? There's southpaws in the world. There's many southpaws. There's many fast southpaws. There's many southpaws with fast footwork, fast elite southpaws with fast footwork, fast hand speed. With good counters as well. But like, how many fight like Manny Pacquiao? The awkward angles and everything. Like, damn, he's one of a kind. Manny Pacquiao is a special fighter, and yeah, man. But there was a few things I noticed that he wasn't as. See, like Freddie Roach was talking about getting the old Manny Pacquiao back, and we kind of saw a little bit of the footwork, the old Manny Pacquiao footwork. We kind of saw his punches were a lot sharper than some of his previous fights, but we didn't see the work rate. We did not see the work rate, and to be honest, maybe it's just me, but in the last fight against Bradley and even Rios, the work rate was a lot higher. And maybe it's just me that I saw that, but that's how I saw it. You have to keep in mind that. Well, also with that, you have to keep in mind because Jessie Vargas was getting outboxed easily, as opposed to someone like Timothy Bradley, who you need to kind of put some more work into it to win. Maybe Manny Pacquiao didn't bother going that far. But other than that, it was a shout-out performance. I still think Floyd Mayweather would beat Pacquiao because the work rate is not there. Yeah, the work rate wasn't there. I think against Floyd Mayweather, you need to take a bit more chances. It's very hard to hit the guy, so you have to move around. I mean, his footwork is great. He has to use his footwork. He has to use those hand speed, and yeah, those awkward angles. He just needs to take more chances, I guess, because the lack of work rate is one of the reasons why Manny Pacquiao lost. When he, I mean, at the same time, keep in mind that yeah, he could get countered in those as he does a higher work as he has a higher work rate, but at the same time, he has to be able to take those chances. If you're not gonna work, Mayweather will capitalize on that. So yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, man, that's what I think. I don't think Manny Pacquiao would be able to beat Floyd, but man, he needs to work on his work rate a little bit at this age. He has a few fights left. If he can, because to be honest, in a way, Manny Pacquiao did look very impressive. His boxing skills were amazing. His boxing skills were amazing. He boxed the fuck out of Jessie Vargas. He did better than Timothy Bradley did. Even if you ignore the last moment of Bradley versus Vargas, where Bradley almost got knocked the fuck out, Manny Pacquiao did way better than Bradley, even without including that moment. I feel like Manny Pacquiao still, like, he's got a few fights left, right? And I'm fairly sure he wants Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. was sitting in the, was he sitting in the thingy? I think he was on the audience, right? And a lot of times when Floyd Mayweather does that, people assume, and a lot of times it tends to be true, like that Floyd Mayweather is actually trying to see if he wants a rematch or not, right? He wants the 50th fight. He definitely wants the 50th fight, but he wants it to be a big fight, like a McGregor, Mayweather, something to generate a huge amount of money. Mayweather Pacquiao rematch would be great, especially if Pacquiao did well, and he did well, but I think like Floyd is still confused whether he wants to come back or not. Because I think if Manny Pacquiao scored a knockout or maybe multiple knockdowns, which I think he could have pressed on a little bit with a higher work rate. Jessie Vargas was a game opponent, but he wasn't that. He wasn't all that. He wasn't a Timothy Bradley or nothing. I think he should have pressed a little bit more and try to like either put some more punches together and hit Jessie Vargas more. I think that's what he should have done. And even if he didn't score a knockdown, I think it would have been even more of a shout-out performance. He may have scored, even if he didn't score a knockout, he might have scored a knockdown. And even if he didn't do that, he was definitely Jessie Vargas he did get completely outclassed. I'm just saying, like, he might even get hurt. Jessie Vargas might even get hurt, wobble, things like that, even more. And I think Manny Pacquiao made it look easy, but if you made it look like more, all that, then people will be craving for the Pacquiao Mayweather rematch. And it's a fight I would like to see again, but I don't think Manny Pacquiao will be like that performance. Even though as good as it was, it won't be enough to lure Mayweather out of the retirement. Because I mean, look, it's Jessie Vargas at the end of the day. No one, like, people saw it as a bit of a cherry pick anyway. You could have fought Terence Crawford twice, you ducked them. You could have fought Keith Thurman. There's a lot of PBC fighters you could have fought. And I don't think Terence Crawford was a PBC fighter. And Bob Arum wanted Terence Crawford versus Pacquiao. So I didn't see why Manny Pacquiao couldn't fight Terence Crawford. And he ducked Amir Khan as well. So he ducked Danny Garcia. He ducked Adrian Broner. And even if you like all these PBC fighters that you don't want to fight, at least fight Terence Crawford. He's in the same promotion company as you. So I don't see why you wouldn't fight Terence Crawford. So yeah, man. So because he didn't fight the fighters that people wanted him to fight, I think he had to dominate these fighters even more to kind of lure Floyd Mayweather in out of retirement and into boxing again with the Mayweather Pacquiao rematch. But that I don't see that happening yet. So yeah, do you think what do I think about Jessie Vargas' performance? What do you think, guys? Do comment. I personally think Jessie Vargas, yeah, he came in, but he was shocked with the speed and the foot movement and just the awkwardness, and that kind of offset him a little bit, I believe. But other than, and a lot of people gonna say Jessie Vargas didn't do shit. A lot of times when you're in the ring, someone like Manny Pacquiao, it's very hard to do shit. So yeah, That's what I mean. Whether he was taking steroids or not, and I made the video, is Jessie Vargas on steroids, and that's a big important. It's an important video. You know, there's a lot of suspicious. There's a lot of signs that he could be on steroids, but you know, it didn't help. Even if he was on that, it did not help. So that's all I have to say. I'll be back with more videos. Tell me what you think. Do subscribe to my videos. Subscribe to my channel rather. Like my videos. Don't forget to comment on it. Tell me what tell me if you saw the fight any differently. Tell me if you think Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao needs to happen next, and if you think Pacquiao is ready for Floyd Mayweather. And I'll see you next time.